Joe, if we just start with you,
Yeah.
massive game of the weekend. How excited is everyone here about it?
Yeah, we can't wait. You know, as I said previously, I think it's brilliant that we're the first team to put an old firm at our ground. I think these games deserve it. I think you've seen the last couple of games, how close they've been and what a spectacle they've been. So we're very much looking forward to it and we're hoping for a good game.
In terms of playing at Ibrox, how big a factor is that for you and for your players? And do you expect it to have an effect on your team?
I think it is always going to affect both teams. You know, when you're sometimes playing in a stadium that's unbeknownst to yourself, it's not quite a home tie for as much as it is because it's very different for us both. But it's something that we've got to get used to. We've got to be excited about these moments. You know, we can't let it be too daunting for us, and we've got to make sure that we're turning up and, you know, like feeling the pressure, taking the pressure and trying to perform under it as well.
In terms of training this week, how's the confidence been? It's been a bit strange for you. You dropped points last weekend, only for the second time this season,
Yeah.
but how is the confidence?
It remains the same. We don't really change, you know. We try to be as consistent as possible as we can throughout the weeks. I think if you saw myself in such highs or such lows, I don't know what that message that sends to the players, you know, because I asked them to be consistent on a weekend. So, you know, yes, we drop points, but to get to the middle of February when you see that was a real blip, I think we've done absolutely excellent. So I don't think our confidence should be dented too much. I think we've got to be aware that, you know, they look very different to last time we played them. They've changed styles a few times since then. But we just need to make sure that we're playing our game. We know when we're on it that, you know, there's not many teams and players that can handle us. So, you know, if that doesn't give us the confidence that we need, then I'm not sure what does.
Can you just get the team news? Anything changed from last weekend? How are you looking?
No, it's very much the same as last weekend. You know, we're a little bit light on the squad these last few weeks with a few injuries to key people in key positions. So, yeah, it's a little bit light, but, you know, these things happen throughout the season, and this is why we've got a squad for all the players to step up and be counted for.
How important is this tie in the context of the title race, do you think?
I feel like we have this like same question every single time, and I think I say, you know, you know, you don't want to lose these games. I don't think it'd be too detrimental towards what happens at the end of the season, but you've seen how different, you know, title races can change within the matter of 2 weeks. So we've still got a long way to go. We obviously want to beat our rivals. I think that's something that we want to make sure we maintain. And we know to achieve what we want to achieve at the end of the season, we've got to do that. So, as I said, you can beat your rivals and then drop points against somebody else the next week. And coming into the split, you know, you're playing the best of the best week in, week out. So we've got to make sure we're on it. To answer your question, I don't think it'll be too detrimental. You know, it still keeps you there and thereabouts, but it's always nice to win those games.
Yeah, given the result last week, you must feel that this is a great chance for your players to show that they weren't spooked by that.
Absolutely. Yeah, and I think that would be, no matter who we was playing, I'd be looking for that exact same reaction. It wouldn't matter if we was, you know, playing somebody sat at the bottom of the league or sat at the top of the league, I'd be looking for that exact same reaction. So, you know, for us, I think that leads into that consistency piece. I want a reaction from it this week, which we've had. And, you know, we're looking for a better performance come Sunday.
And Jane, you must be looking forward to the opportunity of playing against your rivals at Ibrox Stadium as well.
Yeah, definitely. It's obviously a big occasion, and playing at Ibrox is massive for us as players, so we're all very much looking forward to it.
How does that change for you in the build-up to, you know, this week around the training ground, players talking about it? It must add that little extra element of spice to it as well.
But at the same time, I think we're just preparing the same as we would for every other week. Obviously, the pitch is going to be different, and hopefully we can attract a bigger crowd maybe to Ibrox to support. But I think for us as players, our preparation's exactly the same for any other game.
Jane, how do you feel getting on since you've come back from your injury? Obviously, you've scored so many goals since you've come back. You're back in the Scotland squad as well. Where do you feel your personal game is at the moment?
I'm just first and foremost just really enjoying being back, to be honest. I spent a lot of time off the pitch watching from the sidelines in the last 17 months, so I think for me personally I'm just enjoying being back involved again and being back with the squad.
What does it mean to be picked in the Scotland squad that came out earlier this week?
Yeah, it's a huge honour. It's always massive to get selected for your national team, so yeah, it's special for me and I'm very much looking forward to that.
Do you feel like you've come back a different player at all? Obviously 17 months is a long time to be out. Have you had to change your game you found since you returned?
To be honest, I feel like I've still kind of been building and getting back to becoming the player that I was obviously before. It just takes a little bit of time to get there, so I feel in recent weeks I'm starting to find that form. But I think yeah, obviously I had a lot of time to probably reflect on my game and to make small adjustments, but I think I've also just kept a lot of what I was doing before also.
Scoring the winning goal against Celtic at Ibrox would be the perfect statement. I'm back to full fitness, back to where I want to be.
Yeah, I mean, that would be the dream, but I think first and foremost for me it's about the team performance on Sunday and obviously getting the win regardless of who puts the ball in the net.
Joel, will you get a chance to take a session at Ibrox prior to the game just to get the players used to the surface and the stadium itself?
Yeah, no, we won't have a chance to jump on there before the game, which to me it doesn't worry me too much. You know, we've got a good pitch out there, which is the same dimension, so that's the main thing for me. We've got great groundsmen here. You see the pitches, they're beautiful out there. So, you know, it's working to the same dimensions and on the same kind of surface that we would be looking to do on Sunday.